Hi there and welcome to the Barbara Young channel and welcome to my Friday sews. Now I've been doing some sewing but not a great deal. I mean, I've got a full-time job so I only get a certain amount of time to make things, but one of the things I have managed to make is this shirt. I've managed to get another shirt finished and this is a shirt I really like. It's a pattern that's just brilliant. It's the Kwik Sew 355, which is that one. And I've made it quite a few times. The line drawings show for a long sleeve and a short sleeve, and I've made both long and short sleeved ones. Most of mine are long sleeved ones, and I say I made quite a few, so I decided I'm going to go through all the different shirts that I've made from this pattern and well, just tell you a little bit about them as I show you them. So first up is this one, this spotty, this grey and white spot shirt that I did. Now this one is a little bit short because on the main pattern it actually calls for, is it shirt tail, where it curves round and then curves up and back again, has that bit of curvature to the hem, and I didn't want that, so I just cut it off and made it a straight hemmed shirt. And this one seemed to be quite nice, but being a bit shorter and this material, which is a duvet cover that I've reused, two pockets, one up here and one down here, I decided it looks a bit more like a pyjama top rather than an actual shirt to wear out, so that's sort of what I use it for. Second one I made was this, another grey one from the same material, because I still have plenty left of this material, but this time it was a short sleeved one with a grey contrast material, and I also did that with the neck stand, the collar stand shall I say. It was a different colour material, and this in the one pocket, and a little bit longer. I lengthened it so there's a little bit more length in it. And this time also something else that I did, I don't know if I'll be able to show this on here, are some darts that I put in on the back just to give it a bit more shaping. So that was the second one that I did. Third up is this blue shirt. Now I did a video of making this pattern when I made this particular shirt. This is a poly cotton and it came out really quite well. I think the issues I'd had with working out the little details from the first two I'd managed to resolve, with the exception of the collar. The collar came out alright on this one, but I've always had slight issues with getting the collar on these shirts, but I mean this one came out alright. I put two pockets on it up the top, it lengthened it a little bit, and this time the actual darts I actually moved in a little bit so they're a little closer to the centre on this one. Not that you can see them very well, I didn't show up very well I don't suppose, but yeah, this one came out really nice, so I thought, wow, going's good, I'll make some more. Now the next one I made is this shirt, which I went into a local, let's call it fabric, well, it's not a fabric shop, it's more like where you can buy pillows and duvet sets and covers and things like that, and I saw some duvet covers that were on sale basically, and one of them was this, obviously, that I bought at less than half price. I thought that's brilliant, I really like it. I don't know if it shows up very well, but it's almost like a Skyline. I don't know if you can, and it's meant to be like a Skyline sort of cover, and I just thought it was so brilliant that I had to make a shirt out of it, so this is the one I made. Again, I've kept the length. I did do a slight adjustment with the darts, moved them about just a little bit. I think I've got them in just the right place by the time I've come to make this one. The sleeve length is just right, and I really like this one. This feels really nice. Had a bit of an issue with the collar, as I always do, but it managed to go in quite fine in the end. Just the one pocket, I've decided just the one pocket's fine for this top, and yeah, it's coming out really nicely. So what's next? Well, it's this one, which again is out of the Skyline material, but this is, as it were, further up, so I've got more grey and less of the Skyline pieces on it. just the one pocket, and this is a short sleeve version. And what I decided to do was not put the collar on, but I did put the collar stand on, so it's got that sort of Grandad shirt look, I think it's called. Again with the darts, same length basically, but it has come out really nice, and this one's really comfortable. Now I didn't quite have enough material in the way that I wanted, so I've had to sort of patch a little bit. The sleeve is in 2 parts to be able to make that on both sides, but that's created a nice little feature, and that's why it's a short sleeve, because again didn't have enough to put long sleeves on it. But yeah, it's come out really nice. Again, a very lovely comfortable shirt. Now this one I decided to have a go at doing a bit of block colouring with the or block coloured pieces, however you say it, I don't know. But I had some of this blue polycotton material left, but not enough to make a whole shirt. But I also had some of this light blue and a bit of pink as well, of which is on the collar stand there and on the back of the collar. So I decided to put that together with some blue buttons. Again, exactly the same pattern. I think I've got the pattern sorted out by this stage. I just keep making it to this design, which just seems to come out really nice. Another single pocket with the darts, but with the different colouring. And with this I actually used, I think I used mainly blue thread, but I also, at a couple of points I used pink thread. Like on the buttonholes, that is contrasting pink thread. And this one came out really nice. It's really comfortable. It's a little bit more lightweight, this material, than the others, but it's just really comfortable. And then I've got my yellow shirt, which actually came out really, really well. This is actually from a tablecloth that I bought in a charity shop, so it was really cheap and it just came out so nice. This material is a little bit heavier weight than some of the other shirts, but again, exactly the same pattern, because it's so brilliant. I just got to keep making it, and this is just so comfortable. This is just so lovely. Again, didn't quite have enough in the way that the material was set out, so I've had to sort of patch together. I don't know if it'll show up on the yoke, but I had to sort of join pieces together to get it to go on. But yeah, it came out really, really lovely. Again, just the one pocket. Now the buttons on this, well, I didn't have enough yellow buttons all of the same style, so actually I decided to go wild and go, well, let's have every button different. So that's what I did. Every button is slightly different, so I've got, well, that's it, 2, 4, 8 buttons that are not the same at all, which is brilliant. It's a nice little oddity to the shirt, and it's just so comfortable. This time though, with the collar, I decided to hand sew it in, because I just cannot get it in right by using the sewing machine. So hand sewing it, well, a little bit longer, but it worked real nice. Now another duvet cover that I took a bite out of and made another shirt from is this lovely stripy one. Now with this one, the way I'd worked it out is I decided I didn't want to waste the pillowcases, so the sleeves, each sleeve is from a pillowcase, which is why the stripe goes the other way, because that's the only way I could get the sleeve out of it. But I like the way I've got the contrast of the stripe going that way and then the other way on the cuff, which is brilliant. I really like that. That's quite really groovy. Again, exactly the same pattern. I've not changed anything. Just keep making this shirt because it's just so comfortable. Yes, I did hand stitch the collar in again, because I just find it easier than wrestling with the sewing machine with that. So again, another lovely shirt that fits really nicely. And finally, the last shirt that I've made, which I've literally just finished, so much so that I've actually still got chalk marks on it because I've not washed it yet, because from marking out for the buttons, and I need to obviously go through it and just check all those little loose threads that need sort of sorting out. But yeah, this one's quite lovely. Again, this is a duvet cover again, but this, I don't know, it's like a diamond pattern. It's really sort of slightly crazy. I can see from the camera image that it's having a bit of fun with that. You're making your eyes go a little bit funny, but it is really, really comfortable. This one though, I had a little bit of contrasting material that was given to me that had got cats on it, which has got on the pocket. And I also put it on the cuffs, both the cuffs, and on the collar. Now the way I did it with the collar and the collar stand, it means that it shows on the inside the collar stand there and on the back of the collar there, but if I was to turn it up, it's the zigzaggy or diamond pattern, but as you can see from the yoke piece is also the cat pattern, which is just brilliant. I think this one's come out really, really nice, really, really comfortable. Again, it fits wonderful. I decided to go with gold buttons, if that's noticeable, on this, just because I wanted another contrast that was different from the rest of the shirt rather than black or white buttons. And again, this is just comfortable because it just comes out really, really well, that pattern. I just so enjoy actually making this pattern. I'll probably still make more and more and more of these because yeah, what can I say, it's comfortable, it's lovely, and I enjoy making it and wearing it. And that does make me wonder how many of you out there actually have a garment that you have made and it's come out really well and you make it again and again and again. And I must admit, the person that inspired me to keep making this was another YouTuber called Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room, and she has a particular dress that she keeps making time and time again, and I thought, well, that's a great idea. Once you find something that you like and you can make well, why not just keep making it, because that's a brilliant way to build up your wardrobe. Incidentally, Jen is also the creator of Friday Sews. She is the original #Friday Sews inventor. So thank you, Jen, for creating Friday Sews, such a wonderful group, bringing sewists and other people within the community together. I think it's just a great idea, which is why I like doing this Friday Sews, which is what's also inspired me to make this video. So there you go, a whole load of shirts from one pattern that I just really love making and wearing. So there you go, one big pile of shirts that I will enjoy wearing, that I do enjoy wearing, and I will continue to wear and probably make more of them. But what else have I been doing? Well, I suppose not a great deal, but I have been carrying on with my current project, which is the Kwik Sew 4102 top, which is coming along, so I'd say slowly, but actually I'm probably about halfway through it, maybe just over. I am really hoping to be able to get that finished this weekend, so I will be pushing on with that and hopefully have a video of that up on Monday, as long as all goes well, you know, touch wood. But there you go, things can be a bit testing at time, but I'm confident it's going to come out quite well and go along smoothly. But what else have I got? Well, I bought a new pattern, and this pattern I bought because I just thought it was really useful, innovative. It's a Simplicity 8186, that one. Now what it is that it's described as a slip or slip dress and a wrap dress. So what you've got is this wrap, which is in two lengths. So you can have a shorter, longer one, and it's almost like it's a wrap over, like when you're doing something, like if you were baking, instead of having an apron, you could actually have this as a wrap, a full wrap over, I don't know, baking, cleaning, or gardening, or whatever it might be, but on top of your other clothes. And then there's also a what they call a slip dress, which is basically like a sort of unstructured dress, but with you know, the strappy shoulder straps on them, like you get with a camisole, and that's what it is. But I just find it very intriguing. It just looks like it's going to be very versatile. I've no idea when I'll get a chance to make it, but I'm sure I will do before too long, because it just looks like it's going to be really nice and useful to have. But that is, it's sort of it really as to what I've been up to. I said, working all the time, it does limit me to how much I can get done. Mind you, last time I did ask a question, and I asked how do you lot get on when you've got a project that's going a bit slow, or a bit not so motivated, you can't get it done, there's issues with it, or you know, do you find a way to get through it, or do you just sort of put it in the corner and leave it till later? I had a few responses, so I thought I'd just read a few out, just to show what some people are sort of doing with their projects. So I've got Janice is she's got, I tend to throw a problem into the corner, walk away, do something simple or tried and tested, and then come back in a better frame of mind, which I suppose is a good way of thinking about it. You know, if it's frustrating, you sort of, yeah, you can just put it over there, and when you're feeling better at in your frame of mind of what you want to do, come back to it and have another go, and I'm sure at that point it will all come together very nicely. We've got Brenda Jefferson has put, the past few years I've come to not finish projects, dear, but have finally decided to do better. So obviously that's hopefully a motivation there that she's gained, and feels better at wanting to be able to get those jobs done. So good on you, and I really hope that they do come together and you manage to get them done. Then we've got Deborah Riley. Now she's been a sewer for decades. She's got here, I have a make at this very moment I'm stuck on, and it's been weeks. In my head I was in love with it. I eventually made it. It was hard to tell if it was a dressing gown or a long line cardigan coat that I had dreamt of. I just can't put my finger on what is wrong. In this situation, I put it on a hanger and leave it hanging where I can see it every day, and eventually it will dawn on me what is wrong. And that seems quite a good idea. If you've had a problem project and you think it's just not right, it's finished, it's completed, but you just think it's just not right, and you're just not sure what to do with it, then yeah, putting it on that hanger, leaving it in view but not touching it, I suppose at some point obviously it might suddenly dawn on you what is wrong, or what you can do to make it look better. That sounds like a really great idea, a really nice way to work. Projects are never quite finished, I suppose, really, when you think of it that way. And then we've got I think Degu is here. And Degu's put, to avoid making more UFOs or UFOs, I have quite a few, she said. I now cut and sew one project at a time instead of batch cutting. I make sure not to start a new one until it is done, no matter how tempted I am by the fabric or pattern. Now I suppose that's a great way to work. Now I did try to do that when I first started sewing, partly because I didn't have that much experience, and I thought I'm only going to do one thing at a time. But I have found as time's gone on, that has crept up, and I'm doing more and more things. I'm doing more projects at the same time. But sometimes I think, yeah, I need to take a step back and just focus on that one project and get it done. That means I'm not getting distracted by anything else. And the last one got here is Jan Franklin. I find I have fewer and fewer UFOs because I'm getting better with construction and figuring out how to solve the problem, thanks to YouTube. It's down to experience and just keep sewing. Success will come, and then you get encouraged to keep going, which I think is very true. The more experience I'm getting in doing my sewing, the better I get at dealing with the little issues that pop up. So I tend to not put things aside so much unless I feel I really have to, which sometimes is just the way of it. So that experience is helping me to get along with my projects much quicker, I think, as well. And the fact that I do always do a mock-up on a project, especially a pattern that I've not done before, like my current projects. And it really, really helps when I do a mock-up, so I don't end up just throwing it in the corner and leaving it till later. But thank you very much for everybody that did comment, and I hope your projects are going really well. And that's it for my Friday sews. So thank you for watching my video, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye.